Friday, everybody. Hope everybody's keeping well. As you can maybe tell, we're a bit excited. Lockdown has finally been relaxed a little bit and we can go back fishing, which is fantastic. So all the rivers are quite low at the moment, so I'm just going to go up to our wee club lake and hopefully give a few hours this evening and see what happens. It usually gets a very good evening rise, so we shall see what happens. And I'm just tying up a few flies. You can maybe see here just these little midges patterns, midge emergers. Great little pattern, and hopefully you can see one there. Really good wee pattern, just a CDC emerger black midge, but great little pattern. So I've tied up a few already and I'm going to give them as a throw later on. Okay, so the hooks we're going to use just a wee dry fly size 18, and these are Daiichi, so fairly standard dry fly hook. Yeah, these are size 18. You can use smaller, but rainbow trout can get quite big. So if you go much smaller than this, you have a danger of the hooks straightening. But yeah, a size 18 normally I find is a good compromise between the size and the strength of the hook. So just the thread we'll be using is a UTC, fairly standard black. So just start behind the eye of the hook, work our way down the body till we reach the hook points, and that's a good reference point. And then work our way up the hook again. And we want to leave a little bit of gap between the tying in point and the eye of the hook for the head. And the feathers that we're going to be using are some CDC, lots of different CDC feathers, but I like to use a natural CDC. And what I normally do as well is I would just prepare these. So hopefully you can see that. So I've taken the waste from the base of the feather, and then essentially all you're doing is setting the feather on the side of the hook, one wrap just to secure it in, and then you're just drawing the feathers back, and then just trim that off. And just depending on the size of the hook that you're using, just really dictates how many of the feathers you can use. You can tie these in all together, but I like to do them separately. So again, same thing, just tie it on the side, one turn just to secure it in, and then draw it back on itself to the right size. Cut that off. And then we'll do one more just for good measure. So you can rustle these up fairly quickly, and a good number of them. And we'll just go down a little bit further with this one just to taper the body a little bit. So that's essentially the head of the fly. So that's what suspends the fly up. And then for the body of the fly, just use some nice fine dubbing. So you can see here maybe from the tail, this is from Mr. Mole. There's a nice fine dubbing, and that's what you would generally use. So a little bit of dubbing, or a little bit of wax in the thread just helps with the dubbing. And get a little bit of your mole, not too much, and just dub that on. And then start building up your body. Get a nice body of the fly, and then once you've done the body, a few turns just round the head to start building up that head. that's essentially the fly completed. Very simple little fly. And just to finish it off, what I would normally do is just put a little bit of varnish just on the thread, just before you do a whip finish, and that's really the fly completed. As I say, great little pattern. Well worth having a few of these in your box for when the fish are quite pernickety. And hopefully tonight they will be playing ball. You can see how the little shuttlecock just suspends the body of the fly in the water. So little very simple little midge pattern, but very effective. So hopefully we'll give those a go tonight. We'll go for a couple of hours. It's been a while since I've been out, so looking forward to wetting the line. Not quite salmon fishing, but hopefully that'll come. And it's just good to get out. And dry fly fishing can be very good, very visual sort of sport. So we'll see how we go, and see you later.